like developer, then move forward, senior developer, lead developer, then architect, then so on. Yeah. So I will give you the mixed bag of the basically how the Salesforce turned around so far, right? And how still it is as a hot skill. Yeah. So those things we will a little bit talk more on about that. Yeah. So it will be, as I told you, it will be more interactive session. So I wanted to cover few things, and in that we will check your journey also so far, like what you have achieved in Salesforce. Yeah, through your learning stage. Yeah. So let's go quickly to basically to understand, right, cloud computing and few more concepts on basically Salesforce, right, how it works, right, what basically any CRM, because Salesforce is a CRM, might be you are knowing, right? So how CRM works, right, and how it's serving to the industry, yeah. So we can see this is the overall whatever you can see. This is the whole concept of the CRM. Okay, so CRM is the customer relationship management. That is the full form of that, right? And what all things it contains basically. If you will talk about the Salesforce ecosystem, it's consists of a lot of things, right? Is having the open ecosystem. Might be you have heard about App Exchange, right? So a lot of companies like Tech and other companies in the world are developing their own application using force.com, and those are placed on the App Exchange. So like you have on mobile, you are having the Play Store, App Store, right? So similarly, Salesforce is also having a App Exchange. So there they are anyone can develop any application and they can host on, right? So that is the platform where they are going to have that. So similarly, a scalable metadata platform. So we used to tell this is a very scalable metadata platform. It is not like a managed package or package software like others we have in the market. This is a platform. Yeah. So platform will give you the feature and flexibility to enhance your functionality. You can develop any custom module in Salesforce and all those things you can do. That's why we are saying this is a platform, right? Then this works on the basically multi-tenant architecture, right? What do you mean by multi-tenant architecture? I will explain you in few minutes. Okay. So So first of all, who all are know about what is cloud computing? Anybody is know. So you have started learning Salesforce, and as you know, Salesforce is a cloud computing. What do you mean by that cloud computing? So some computers running around on cloud or something. Anyone can tell me if do you know what do you mean by cloud computing? Anyone can raise their hand if you wanted to speak. No one?
It's
Okay,
a
make this
storage or a storage of database in short.
so storage of database. Okay. Anybody else?
Hello.
It's a
Actually,
service
cloud computing.
where you pay as you receive the services.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yes, sure. Actually, cloud computing is the process in which we transfer our organization in into the cloud without owning the physical infrastructures.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else? Anybody else?
Uh,
Okay. No worries.
in
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, in cloud computing, like mostly all the services are on the internet, so it is more flexible and like more scalable.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So I think you guys are approaching nearby. However, we have to understand it well. So see, guys, you guys are doing a training in Salesforce. You have to understand every aspects. Yeah. So don't uh, try to replicate, copy whatever you have in Trailhead, for example, or whatever teacher is going to teach you. You are just following that, then it will not help you much. Yeah. You have to do your self-study. You have to understand what you are doing and why you are doing, right? We have the 3W, right? In any study or in our life also, we have 3W, right? Why, what, and how. That is most important part, right? To learn anything, right? To build our career, or might be if we are going to in personal life also, if I'm doing anything, right? So there, this three W is very important in the life. We need to understand that, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So cloud computing generally, as you say, in your nearby, let's understand in the layman term, right? In your real time scenario, right? Are you guys using the cloud in day to day world? Are you using any cloud?
Yes, sir.
Like what you are
Like
using?
like Google Cloud for like storage in like in mobiles we use.
Yeah. So whatever you are used daily purpose you are using on internet, right? Let's say you are using, you told Google Cloud, right? So Google is a cloud, right? So where you are accessing your data, right? Which is also completely free for you. However, if it is always free for that, then how companies are earning that? So Google's and all their concept is different. They wanted to enable to the people so that they can come and they can use it with a particular threshold. After a particular threshold, they will start charging you, right? For example, 10 GB data, after that, you have to pay, your storage is full, that kind of message will start coming to you, yeah? So that is the basically on cloud, they are giving you a space where you can keep your personal things, right? And you can enjoy without investing a lot of money in your premises. Let's talk about 90s, right? We don't have any cloud concept over there, right? At that time, I wanted to develop that software, right? For example, very simple software, for example, school management system. Then what all things I need to do? First of all, I need to buy infra, that is the hardware, right? It should be the robust hardware. If a school capacity is, for example, 1,000 people, right? And I wanted to give the access to all the people, all the users, then I need a very good server so that application should run fast. So infrastructure wise, I need to think about. Then I need to buy all the platforms. Platform, I mean to say where I will host that application, right? Because I will not go on every computer and I will install that. No, I want a centralized, right? So what are the platform I need to buy? Where I will host my application? Which database I am going to have that also I need to buy, right? Which operating system I am going to work, right? All those things I need to take care. And on top of that, I will create my software, that is the software slash application, and that will also take a lot of cost to build it, right? Because a lot of cost, I mean to say the time. Let's say school management system, I have to start from zero. It will go at least for a year to go live. So that is the traditional way of development which we were doing, right? Currently, if I have only one laptop and internet connection, I am done. I don't need anything else to develop my software. Yeah. Okay. So cloud computing, generally few people pay as you go. Yeah, that is true. Pay as you go. So whatever I am going to use, I'm going to pay for that. Take another example for the infra. Yeah. So earlier, before the mall era, now we are in the mall era. We have the multi-shop malls, huge malls where all the brands, everything is there, right? Think about earlier. So let's say I have to start a shop in Pune in 1992, right? So what I need to do? First, I need to look, okay, where is the shop situated, located, right? I will go there. I will either rent or buy that shop. Yeah. Then I will overall decorate that shop, right? Uh, to make it sellable, right? People can come, people can see what I'm selling, and then I will stock my things, and then I will advertise also, right? Okay, people will come to know, okay, there is a shop open for this kind of things. Yeah. But think about today. If I wanted to open a shop, right? We have both the way, right? Either I can go by my own and do everything, but for that, people don't used to opt that because it's an expensive, time-consuming game. So, for example, I selected Amanora Mall, for example. I need to go there. I will look for, okay, I need 50 square meter of space to run my shop. So here, am I responsible for whole Amanora Mall construction infrastructure? No. Am I worried about constructing the 50 square meter which I need? No. I will just lease it or rent it, right? Whatever their terms is. Am I worried about security ki kal chori ho gaya to what I will do? No, I'm not worried about that. Yeah. Okay. My advertisement will be also easy because Amnora is already doing at a overall mall level the advertisement. We have to give our little bit contribution to them. Okay, my shop name should also come. Yeah. Footprint is already there because this is a mall. A lot of people are visiting there, right? And they will display our name everywhere. So people will know, okay, what I'm looking for. Right? So that is the infrastructure, right? So in cloud computing, we have three layers: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. This is the three layer. So infra, if let's talk about in our computing world, infra means all the hardware, right? All the hardware, what should be the specification of my CPU, storage, blah, blah, all those things will be there. Those will be taken care by someone, right? That is the infrastructure. Then platform, whatever the platform I required IS server, I required web server, I required Tomcat, I required basically security model, right? Which can secure my database, operating system, all those layering, right? My safety, everything will be taken care at the platform level. That is the platform as a service. And then we have software as a service where, as you guys have just told the Google is a software as a service, right? Whatever their services, they are providing a lot of services. But I am just using, for example, their Gmail for my corporate, I am paying for that. And then along with that, I need some spaces, I am paying for that. But Google has a lot of other things. I am not paying for that. Yeah. So in that way, if you will understand, this is the overall crux of the cloud computing. But we are not here to learn cloud computing, but I need to understand what is the cloud computing, what are various aspects of that, right? So that I can correlate my learning with that. The main important part in cloud computing is the multi-tenancy. Okay. What do you mean by multi-tenancy? Let's think in the layman terminology. So let's say you are living in a society, for example, Magarpatta. In Magarpatta city, you have how many buildings? You have many buildings, buildings A, B, C, D, right? Grivelia, lot of name they have given for the specific building, and they have formed as a individual society, right? Within a building, there are 13 floors, and each floor you have 4 flats available there, right? So let's say 4 flats, 1 flat belongs to me, 1 flat belongs to yes, right? And in that scenario, the the flat number C belongs to ABC person. Can ABC person access my flat? No. Can I access a used flat? No. In spite, we are in a one building and might be at one floor. So that is the multi-tenancy. You have a building, but owners will be different and they are pretty much private. No one can intervene in their life. No one can see what is happening inside that flat. Yeah. So that's we used to say multi-tenancy in the cloud, and your Salesforce is a multi-tenancy architecture, right? There is once you are creating a user, for example, called Mukesh Kumar at platratech.com, right? I'm done with that. So I cannot take this credentials, the same credentials again in Salesforce. Yeah, so one user with that particular user, it's a lifetime. Yeah. So I cannot create, let's say tomorrow I'm going to join Accenture. I cannot have the same credential mukesh.kumar at platform.com. That is not possible. Yeah. Plus the multi-tenancy comes again. So let's say Tata Communication, Airtel, and Vodafone. These 3 people are using Salesforce Sales Cloud. So in that scenario, Tata Communication, Airtel cannot see each other things. They are pretty much private. In spite, everyone is using login.salesforce.com, one platform. But still, there we have the multi-tenancy, and that's take care about all privacy. No one can intervene, no one can see each other implementation, data, nothing can be seen. Yeah. So those concepts we used to call multi-tenancy. So pay per use, everyone understand, on demand usage. Let's say I wanted a hardware, right, which has the capacity of 5 gigs as a CPU. Space I need, right? CPU I need P4, memory I need 5 gigs, right? And I can draft my configuration and I can pay for that much of amount. I don't need any physical computer for that. Everything will be virtual. Like Microsoft used to provide you. AWS is there, right? Where I can build uh, uh, my computer, whatever I need, and whatever the application I wanted to run on that. It's all virtual, right? So that is the on-demand uses. Elasticity we have talked about. This is the virtual resources we used to call electricity. So if you will combine all those things, so this is the only cloud computing. Yeah, which will have infra, platform, and software as a service. Yeah. So as I explained, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. These 3 cloud which we are having, right? And obviously, if we will talk about bottom to top approach, it will go with the infra, platform, and software that we have discussed, right? So in that way, it will flow. I've given example of infra, platform, and software as well, right? So Salesforce is a both software as a service and platform as a service as well, right? Platform, why platform? Because in that platform, I can build anything, whatever I want. And also software as a service, they have given you number of packages which you can buy the licenses and you can start using that, right? That's why it is software as a service, pay as you go. Yeah. So this is the little bit definition about all those things which I have covered already. So if you have any question, please raise your hand anytime. Yeah, I can address that question. Okay, so now let's talk about a specific to the Salesforce, right? What is Salesforce, right? As we told, Salesforce is a SaaS software, SaaS company. It serves the CRM in the market. Yeah. So earlier only I have Sales Cloud and Force.com at the initial days when Salesforce started. So their core product is the Sales Cloud. Then they have bring their another core product called Service Cloud. Yeah. Then they have also bring the partner for the partner portal. Let's say uh, Tatacom is there, they are selling their services, right? They have multiple partner to work with them to bring more businesses, but they wanted not to have all the access, whatever they have in the Sales Cloud. So for that, Salesforce brought partner community. These days we are saying Experience Cloud. Yeah. So that they have bring. And after that, they started adding a lot of clouds as per the industry demand. Yeah, so like marketing cloud, like CPQ, like order management, we have a lot of things here. Yeah. So now Salesforce become full-fledged lead to cash software, right? So where you have starting from your marketing, sales, order, then you go after sales service, invoicing, everything is there. If somebody wants to use everything in one ecosystem, they can buy their licenses, they can use it. Okay. Okay. Now, anybody knows what is the life cycle of any CRM, not in Salesforce, any CRM? What is the life cycle of CRM? Anybody wants to know, want to answer that? Okay. No worry. So see, in any CRM in the world, it's a Siebel, it's a Oracle on demand, it's a Salesforce, it's a any CRM which you named. They have the only one principle, right? The marketing, sales, support. This is the life cycle of CRM. Okay. So marketing is the first things, run campaign, generate lead, form a database, and hand over to the sales. That is the next life cycle. In sales, lead will be assigned to the sales folks. They will talk to the customer, qualify the lead, convert the lead, and track the opportunity. Once opportunity is closed, it has to be go for the ordering, right? So you need to, whatever the product I have ordered here, sales team will hand over to the order team, backend team to dispatch the products, whatever customer wants, and invoice them. Yeah. Once customer receive the product, then support has to be started, right? It means if customer has some problem in that product, they can raise the cases, right? There should be a training material, right? Provide services and knowledge base should be there. So this is the part of support. So this is the life cycle in any CRM in the world. Yeah. So Salesforce also follow the same. So Marketing Cloud is give you to do this. Sales Cloud will give you to do this, right? Orders, for that we have the CPQ and order management that will code generation and all those things will come here. And for this we have the Service Cloud. Yeah. So that way it's basically different clouds, different meaning and different kind of implementation we have in Salesforce. So let's take an example. So once you are going in any, so let's say you wanted to buy a TV, right? How you are deciding, like I need to buy LG, I need to buy Sony, I need to buy Samsung TV. Might be you have seen some campaign, some advertisement, might be on internet, might be on your television, you are watching something, right? Might be on radio. There is a different kind of campaign available which we used to aware about any product. Yeah. So, okay. So you decided, okay, I need to, so there is a campaign running, for example, online. You have seen, okay, Samsung TV, this is the offer, 65 inch. You have just created a form. Yes, I am interested. My name is this, phone number is this. So this is the marketing cloud. Once they receive your data, they will talk to you and they will generate the lead. Okay, this person is interested to buy the Samsung. It will go to the sales team. Sales team now start asking you when you can come and visit and see the product. Or they will explain you on the phone also. It's up to the product nature. Yeah. So they will book your appointment. In case we are talking about television, you will go there. You will see, they will entertain you, they will show you. Now you are saying, yes, I want to buy it. They will convert your lead into opportunity. Okay, now you are interested. Now they will select their product which you wanted, exactly which specification, and they will generate a code for you. Okay, this much of money you have to pay. That this is the delivery date. This, everything will be there. Once that is done, then they will pass your quotation. You will sign it. They will pass your quotation to order department. There they will punch all the order and they will generate the invoice. You will pay and you will come back to home. After 5 days, you receive your order. TV has come. Once you open the TV, you found there is no remote. What you will do? Salesman is not responsible for that. Then on invoice, one number will be retained, one email will be retained. For example, support@timbuktu.com. This is the support mobile number. Right here, you have to come and you have to show. So then you will dial that number and you will request, hey, I received the order. This is my order number. This is the details, right? And in box, remote is missing. So that is the service cloud in Salesforce. So that is the life cycle. So always correlate the things, any things which you are learning in your surrounding, then you will understand it very well. Yeah, it makes sense. All right. So now in CRM, if we are talking about, we have two types of CRM. One is the back office CRM and another is the enterprise CRM. Another one is the front office. And if you will mix both the things, it will become enterprise CRM. Yeah. So we will be more talking about front office CRM, right? Where all this journey will come, where your where your where your user are going to use that. But to run any operational CRM, which is the front office, I need some data. Without data, I cannot, right? Either I can punch the data using the front office application and it will store in Salesforce and I will, whenever I want, I can see that. Or I have the basically different data storage external system. For example, data mining, a lot of things are coming in the data mining, data warehouse, and any other CRM also. If I want it to exist, I need to pull the data from here and traverse back to that. So those are the back office analytics CRM we used to say, which only talks about your data. You will design the data, you will design the data model and all those things in various external system and CRM system also. Yeah. Okay, so now let's see force.com. Why we are saying Salesforce is a platform as a service, right? Because as I told, you can develop anything on this platform using their proprietary things, using Apex, using LWC for the UI, using Visual Force page. We have trigger. We have a lot of things. We can define your own custom tables, right? That is custom object here. You can create your custom fields. Everything you can create your custom as per your need. They have given lead, opportunity and all in Sales Cloud. I want some other things also to build. I can build. I wanted a basically to develop a HR management system, for example. I can do that. Yeah. I wanted to integrate with the various legacy system. I can do that. Right. So those things, if you will combine, and that's why Salesforce is claiming, and it is, force.com is a platform as a service. Yeah. So here CRM, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud application, which they are giving out of box, right? So they are built on the force.com platform, right? They include the application specific like data model, business logic, user interface. In any application, these three things used to be there, right? One is your MBC pattern you are aware with, right? Model view controller. What is model there? Model is your database where you used to design your database, tables, normalization, this, that, all those things we used to do at the database level, right? So that is the data model. M model means data. View, what do you mean by view? View is your UI layer where I can see the application. This is the field, the form, and all those things, right? So all those are view, which I can see. I cannot see the table, right? So that is the model. And what is the controller here in MBC? Controller is your business logic, where you are writing a code. It can be in Java, it can be in .NET. In case of Salesforce, it can be in Apex. Those are the controller, which is controlling the business logic and developing the business logic. Yeah, so Salesforce also works on the MBC pattern. So here, that's why you can see it's a data model is your M, business logic is your C, user interface is your P in MBC. Okay, they have the chatter also that comes with every cloud, and chatter means within organization you can chat to your people without having any other software, or from your external customer also you can chat. Then they have the database.com. It's the same concept. Like you don't need to worry about which database you are going to use, right? It will be at the Perforce.com platform level. It will maintain your security. You should not be worried about data breaching and all. Anything you should not be worried about, right? So that's the basically database.com they also used to sell. Now we are saying it's a data cloud. Yeah. Yes. Tell me.
Sir, as you said, chatter, like it is a social one. So is it related with Slack?
Slack is the different things, right? So we have two things in Salesforce. Slack is recently acquired by the Salesforce 5 years, I think, ago. But before that, they have the chatter itself. So name of the, if you will log in into the Salesforce, click on 9 dots, you will type the chatter will appear. You have to enable the chatter where you can chat, publish the news, anything you can do with the group of audience or individual audience. So that is the chatter. Slack is the altogether different licenses. That is the basically they used to call social media or communication cloud, right? To communicate the basically things, use the Slack, and Slack can be integrated with any cloud within Salesforce, and you can create the lead, you can create the opportunity, everything is possible from the Slack. So that is the different altogether aspects. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now we will see somebody is building their career in admin, somebody is a development, somebody is in business analyst, somebody can be tester also, right? So all those things are possible, but the prerequisite is the admin. To become a developer, I need to understand admin. To become a business analyst, I need to understand the technicality of what all things can be possible. It means I need to know the admin part, right? For anything, any role, I need to understand admin, right? Admin has a lot of functionality which I need to understand, and that will help me in real-time project to implement it, right? So first thing first is the application. I can create many applications in the Salesforce, right? So, and I can do the branding as per my logo, my font style, my color style. So those things we can do using the application. So might be you guys has already learned that and created that. So then we have in Salesforce, we have the permissions, right? Let's say which object, right? Which person can do the DML on that, right? DML means add, edit, delete in the simple layman terminology. So those things you can maintain at profile or permission set level, right? Might be you went through that. I don't want it to cover a lot on that. I'm just telling you the component, right? Profile component, what all the profile can control: access to application, your tab visibility, page layout, field label security, record type access, object permission, which is the CRUD permission and object permission, hours and IP address. Let's say I wanted to restrict for a particular profile, sales profile, you should not be able to log in after 6 p.m. IST. That you can do with the help of IPS, with the help of profile or permission set without writing a single line of code. Yeah. So those things you can achieve. These all are the configuration. That's why these are sitting in the admin part, right? Then we have the roles and hierarchy. What is the roles and hierarchy? This is just to maintain the record level access, nothing more than that. Yeah. Role is all about giving the accessibility on the records. In which what record you can see, let's say I am the salesman, yes, is salesman. Shall I able to see yes, opportunity or lead? I can decide. And as per that, let's say I am the boss of yes, and he is working on lead. And then I should able to say yes, I should able to see because I am the boss of him, right? But if I am colleague of yes, I cannot see. How it can be done? With the help of roles. No coding, zero coding, just roles and hierarchy setup. Yeah, and OWD setup. Then user, you can create the user. We will have generally now two types of user, three types generally. One is the Salesforce user, which can be work on Salesforce or second, we have Experience Cloud users, which is the customer and partner user, right? For example, you are using a Starbucks.com if you are going, that is developed in Salesforce only. So there millions of people are logging. What do you mean? So million of licenses I need to buy? No. Right. So those Salesforce provides the prorated basis, login basis. Okay. At a time, I buy 10,000. So any 10,000 user can log in. Right. So that is another way of licensing which Salesforce provide for the site like your starbucks.com and many people are using. Yeah. Okay, so what all else we have in the Salesforce configuration? We have the queue management. We have workflow has outdated now. It's a flows and approval process. We have email alert, task, field update. These all are the part of the automation. Few are the automation, few are the pure configuration like dependent pick list I wanted to create. I wanted to create different page layout for the different profile and record type. All those things we can do here. Yeah. So sharing roles, related list, record type list, all those things comes under your admin and configuration. You should understand very well after double clicking on that. Okay. Now let's talk about what is the job prospects in the market. Yeah. So I have till it's a old data. You can see it's till 2005 to 2015 only. So I wanted to show you how old this technology is and still it is in demand. Yeah, we are in 2026 and I'm showing the data from 2005. How many years? At least 20 years now. Yeah. So still these demands are still, the graph is too high in the market. Okay. What are the role you can play in Salesforce? Let's say I'm not a good coder. What should I do? Shall I drop the idea to learning Salesforce? No. Every person has some role to play here. Yeah. So Salesforce developer we have, Salesforce admin we have, Salesforce consultant we have, Salesforce analyst, Salesforce architect, and project manager. Right? Salesforce developer and architects, they are highly paid in the market. Salesforce consultant, after that, they can be also more or less same like Salesforce architect. Salesforce analyst means BA and all those roles, testing roles and everything used to come. That is also good pair in the market. Salesforce admin also good pair. However, if you are seeing the Indian market, in India market, if you are only Salesforce admin, you don't have much scope to get the job. Yeah. If you are connecting with Salesforce admin plus developer, because this is the base for every other things. So if you are a coder, understand the Salesforce admin and opt the Salesforce developer. You have to learn the coding also. 70% you have learned, 30% is the coding which you have to learn here. Yeah. Then you have Salesforce consultant role, which is those people are doing consultancy. They will become solution architect, right? So their role is understand the business, convert those business requirement into the a bit technology level alignment, what can be done, what cannot be done out of box, where I need to do customization, all those decision and solution design has to be produced by the Salesforce consultant. They can be your Salesforce Sales Cloud consultant, Salesforce Service Cloud consultant, Marketing Cloud consultant, Data Scientist consultant, anything they can be. There is also verticals, but it's a non-coding part. But I need to understand the platform without understanding how I will give the solution, right? And that comes with the experience also. There are certification available in the Salesforce for the consulting, right? So you can opt the consultant certification as well. Then Salesforce analyst, business analyst, testing, but that people also has to understand admin. Without that, nothing. Yeah, you will not able to understand the platform. Okay. So that kind of roles we have. We have Salesforce architect, technical architect, and solution architect, which I spoke about, right? So there are numbers of things which you can opt as per your capability and interest. But more demand is Salesforce developer and Salesforce architect. If we will talking from in India, now in India, Salesforce consultant role is also growing, right? Who can consult, who can help companies to implement the greenfield project, right? Or any other cloud you wanted to have that, all those things. Business analyst also is little bit increasing, but business analyst is more at the onshore role, right? Where business used to sit. Right, so you can decide whatever you want to learn. I have given you the idea how the markets looks like, right? In market, what they are looking for, right? Now, this new trend has came. They are looking for multi-cloud people. Means I need to work on all the clouds, sales cloud, service cloud, experience cloud, marketing cloud, all cloud. I should be aware with that. But that is after a certain experience, 8-year, 9-year experience they are looking for. Yeah. Okay, so Salesforce job prospects, whatever the company you can think in your mind, IT company, non-IT company, they are using Salesforce. In fact, a small boutique, okay, are also using the Salesforce. So whatever the company you can think about, their Platra Tech is also looking a lot of good talent. So there is a very good opportunity once you are complete your Skillsecole training. Right? There will be an interview conducted. If you are passing that interview, you will get a chance to work in Platra Tech as well. Yeah. So every company is looking for and is still looking for. It's not like that it's a go away. All right. So I have talked about little bit the role. Now let's talk about little bit in the numbers in the terms of the salary, how it's going to be looks like. Yeah. So average salary, if I am the business analyst, right, and the middleman, right? Middleman means, what do you mean by middleman? Middleman between business and the technology people. Who is the middleman? Business analyst. Because they are going to understand the business. They are going to talk to the technical people. Hey, this you have to implement, right? And I think this should be the alignment of that. This can be done, this cannot be done, this can, and now tell me how much time you are going to take to develop that. So that's why it's a middleman. Okay. So in this bridge between the technical and the business is the BA, as we discussed, average salary in the US, if you will talk about, it is the 100K almost. In UK, it will be 48,000 pound per year. This is the per year. So administrator, if we are coming, who will be handling all the admin configuration, org level stuff, user problem, everything they are owning, then that is their range of the salary on an average, right? 95K and in UK 38K. UK or any part of Europe, you can imagine this is in pound, but if you will come to the Europe, it will be in euro. Okay, consultant, which we talked about more, right? I am specialized in some cloud to give the consultancy and business, and it will be ended with the solution architect kind of things, right? Average salary you can see 190K and 56K pound. Similarly, we have project managers, that is their range. Similarly, we have developer. Now you can see the developer average salary, right? It is the higher than others roles, which we talked about here, right? Average salary of technical architect. This is the technical architect salary. This we used to call CTA, Certified Technical Architect. If you are done with the certification in technical architect, which is so tough, this is the toughest uh, certification in Salesforce. It has the 3 phases and cost almost 5,000, which I am aware. I'm not sure if they have increased or decreased now. $5,000 you have to invest. And across the globe today also, we have very less. We have 200 to 300K only people who is CTA. Yeah. So that is the overall salary range and job prospects, guys, right? Then you have multiple certification, which you can do. Now, these all certification name has changed because everyone is talking about AI. So everything is Agent Force. So Agent Force Sales Cloud, Agent Force Administrator, Agent Force Others Cloud, everything is Agent Force now. So it's very important for you. You are learning also Agent Force. And trust me, it is very simple to learn. You have the trailhead, go there and learn it. Right? I think Skillsecole is also having some specific Agent Force related data cloud related course. Those are the upcoming clouds in Salesforce. There is a market on that. Yeah. So that I wanted to give a overall picture what you guys are doing right now. You can correlate, and this is the market which we are talking about. In market, still there is a lot of openings for developer. In India, also 10 to 20%. I have seen the trend in last 2 years, 3 years. They are looking for admin also, specific admin. Yeah. Business analyst, technical architect, huge demand. Solution architect are also there. BAs, as I told, 20-25%. Now they are looking for to there because a lot of business company who used to implement the Salesforce, they are having the offices in India also, right? So they are thinking, "Okay, why not we can have the BA?" And anyway, if somebody is getting hired in India as comparison of, for example, Germany, then there will be a huge cost saving also, right? So those are the trends which is going on in market. You guys can take it your career very seriously. Trust me, it is very easy technology. If my base is concept, I can adopt any other clouds in the Salesforce. Yeah. So that I wanted to cover today. I hope you like that. You have the clear path and vision now. So let me know if you have any question.
Hello, sir. Have you said? Uh,
Yeah.
Hello. I have a
Yeah, I can
question.
listen to you.
Okay. So I have a question. What is the impact of AI on Salesforce job market?
AI, that's why I'm saying. So people are thinking with the myth, okay, AI has come, all the job will go away, right? Nothing like that. I need to be on top of that. I need to brush up my skills. That's why I'm telling to within Salesforce, there is an agent force, right? That is the agent. You need to know how to build an agent because earlier, one application, for example, Sales Cloud, we used to implement at enterprise level, I'm saying, in 6 months. That is the time frame to go live. Now 6 days. That is the difference. How I can do in 6 days. It means I need to understand how in Salesforce I can use cursor, how I can use Cloud A, right? Which will help developer to write the code, to do the configuration, to do the everything. 80% AI will do. But who will operate that AI? Who will give the command? If I'm this, for example, technical architect, I know how system build. Without giving me prompt to the system, how AI can help me? It can't help, right? It means brain is still with human. But yes, so earlier in one project, for example, it's a very large project, I need two solution architect, but now I need one. We need to think we need to be that one person. If there is 5 vacancy, I need only one for me. And for to achieve that, I need to be on top of that with all the technology. Salesforce is also not behind on the AI race. There are a lot of doing in the AI, Agent Force, Data Cloud, right? These all are the technologies which is coming, which has already there. It's not a new. They have the Einstein earlier days. Now it is Agent Force. With the generative language, you can just prompt the English and your lead will be created from the business perspective. Your opportunity, your funnel, everything will come. Who will design and develop that agents? We will do. So I should be knowing all those things and I will be top up on the market. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anything else I can help, guys? Any question? Okay, next call when we will have some more interactive session on basically on your learning, right? So how in industry the project is getting developed, right? What is in which way waterfall, agile, what we need to adapt and what is that sales cloud, let's say I have to implement. What are the main component in the sales cloud? How you can implement that, right? We will talk more on that front and also few questions and answer. Let's say you decided you are doing admin. So you need to do also, it's good to have your certification from Salesforce, ADM 201, right? So little bit, we will talk more on the ADM 201, which kind of questions come little bit, right? And then, so that we will have it in the next session whenever we are going to have, yeah. All right, I think all the best. Thank you for joining the call, right? And enjoy your weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
sir.
sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Joe.